Okay, good morning. I am so excited, of course, to have each and every one of you join us today. And today's the end of the month. This is exciting. This is the day where we make the magic happen. It's always the most fun, I think. And of course, it's so exciting when we have our fearless leader, our international marketing director, and, to help us close out the month and to start our new month. And so I'm just going to turn it over to Aana Camp and let her talk to us this morning. And I couldn't be more thrilled. You guys know, our relationship with Aana, which started way long ago, almost 5 years. Well, I guess it is 5 years ago. And she has been just an amazing mentor to Robert and I, and really helped us, build this business. And I know she's helped all of you build this business. And I just couldn't be more thrilled to have her be with us this morning. So Aana, take it away. And if you need my help, let me know.
Good morning, Annie. Gosh, I literally slid right into my desk chair, like right there at 7. I'm like, oh my gosh, I looked at the clock and I've been up early. I'm super excited. I love the last few days of the month, but not as much as I love the first few days of the month, because this is really that time where we link the months together. And sometimes people will say, what was it that created so much success for you, especially early on? And that was it. Just never really letting up, even though today's the last day of the month, really linking it and putting the foot down on the gas, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when the month closes, and then running right into next month. But Annie, thanks for the sweet introduction. I love coming on here, and I love collaborating with you and working with you and all of you guys on the Zoom. I see so many faces that I recognize. So good morning, and I'm excited to be here this morning. And every day is such an incredible day here at Miriam, and this morning I was thinking about all the things that I'm grateful for, and around all of us, there are people that we know that are struggling. They're either struggling financially, which is one of the first things that comes to mind for me, because I see this as such an amazing way for people not to struggle financially. But people are also struggling with their health. They're struggling. They're from crickety knees when you first get out of bed to bigger and more debilitating health issues. And we just have such not only amazing products that work to help people look better, which is a given, we all want to look better, but also products that make us feel better, make our bodies work better. And so today I was just feeling grateful for the ability to wake up feeling fresh, wake up in gratitude, stop for just a few minutes and sense the fact that although I might be a little sore from the 20-mile bike ride I took yesterday, I can get up and do that. And that's such a wonderful thing. And I know you guys are here this morning healthy and happy. And I want to get into this because I created some slides for today. And I think they're really pertinent to the end of the month, and also starting next month really strong. So let me share my screen here real quick and kind of get started with some slides for the morning. Okay, so happy Tuesday, everybody. Make today count. And I think sometimes we get up, we get on autopilot, we put our feet into those same fuzzy slippers and throw our robe on, and we go by the bathroom and we grab our coffee, and we just start the day really without thinking about making the day count. And it's one of the greatest things that I've learned from David Bird, is really planning the day before the day begins. Planning the week before the week begins. And here we are right now beginning to plan the next month before the month begins, but not yet, because we still have to finish today out strong. But make today count. And those are some words that I say to myself every morning when I open my eyes. I stop for a few minutes before I get out of bed in gratitude. And I say those words today: make today count. Guys, we don't have this day back. We don't have this minute back. Like David Bird says, you're either growing or you're declining. And I can't do it with his wonderful accent, but I hear those words all the time. And so make today count. Every single minute of today count. So today, really, I want to talk about this issue of follow-up. And it's not an issue. I shouldn't say it that way. It's a very important and key element of our business. And I think it's very easy for us to strike up a conversation. It's very easy when we think about the process of getting somebody into our business, or in as a customer. You're going to hear me talk about that a lot because, I love recruiting. Recruiting is so the lifeblood of this business. Our customers are very, very important because they create the foundation, the stability of our business. But it is the recruits that create and build this business bigger and bigger and bigger. More people, right? More bodies, more employees, more leverage in our business. So if you want to grow your business, it's very, very much dependent on recruiting people into the business. And so the elements of the process of bringing customers and brand partners into our business, and distributors into our business, right, is this is one of the components is following up, right? So we can get in a conversation very easily. We can care about someone else. We can use the acronym FORM to get into the conversation until they what? Ask about us, which gives us a bridge to talk about what we're doing and what's exciting in our life. That gives us the bridge to be able to talk about this, whatever this is, right? With us, it's the business of Miriam. And so we get to talk about it. We get to say a couple of things to what? Pique interest, right? We don't get to be the commercial. We only get to deliver the commercial to somebody, deliver the information to somebody. And of course, we need to follow up on that information. And that's what I want to talk about today, because you hear about it all the time. The fortune is in the follow-up. It's so cliche. But this is awesome from John C. Maxwell. Diligent follow-up and follow-through will set you apart from the crowd and communicate excellence. So I ask you here is, does this want to be something that's just a little hobby on the side? I think not, because there's a number of you on the Zoom this morning up bright and early at 7 a.m. If you're on the West Coast, it's quite early here, but this tells me that you want something bigger than just a hobby. And so what I want to communicate to you today is make this not just, a hobby, but treat it, you always hear that, treat it like a business. Then all that you do, strive for excellence. Set yourself above the others, because anybody can do any business anytime, but set yourself up for something more. Set yourself up to separate yourself from others, because there's people out there that are talking about Miriam, but why you, right? Why you? And this follow-up piece, I think sometimes is a place where we stumble. And I think it's true because it's not hard to get in a conversation. It's not hard to give somebody a sample, right? It's not hard to show pictures, for example, to pique interest. None of that's hard to get excited and do that. But the follow-up, sometimes people get fearful. What if I don't know how to answer the question? What if what if they say no? How am I going to get the credit card? Oh my gosh, we get all wrapped up in this follow-up process. And I think a lot of times we don't do it. And sometimes I have followed up with people once, twice, 3 times. I followed up with a couple of people that 18, 19, 20 months later, they actually buy the product, or they actually join the business, better yet. But it's been that diligent follow-up. It's been caring about people. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay? And there's so many reasons why the follow-up is important. Why? I don't know about how you guys are, but my thought process is, if I can understand why I'm doing something, or if I can understand the psychology behind it, or the psychology of how what I'm doing is being received by another person, it's much easier for me to do it because I know the direction that I should be going. And so I always talk a lot when I talk about the psychology of what we're doing and why. That cliche, the fortune is in the follow-up, is so cliche. but it's so incredibly true, and it's powerful. Very, very powerful. So why? Why do we want to follow up here? Well, follow up, it earns the respect of people, right? It makes people understand that you are serious about what you're doing, that you believe in what you're doing. But that word respect is a big deal. On the previous screen, the word excellence is a big deal. In all that I do, I strive for excellence. Now, it's progress, right? Not perfection. You might want to write that one down. It's getting better every single day at your craft. It's caring a little bit more about the other person than you do about yourself. It's about gaining the wisdom that you get through the activity of doing it over and over and over, and the patience that comes with having the wisdom that comes from practicing your craft, that grounds you in a way that people feel confident and comfortable in following you. And isn't really that what we're looking for? People that follow us and want to use the product, people that follow us and want to do this business, right? So when you follow up with someone, you are not bugging them, right? Sometimes people don't follow up for that reason. Oh, I don't want to bug them. Oh, I've already called them. What am I going to say this time? Guys, you know what? It's being pleasantly persistent. And we're not only following up with people to have them trust us and demonstrate our belief in what we're doing, but also in the process, we can demonstrate our belief in them. How many people do you know who have nobody that really believes in them, who doesn't get kudos in life, who doesn't get recognition for what they're doing? All of this works together in the follow-up process. It builds relationships. This is a relationship business, right? We should be striving and working toward building deeper and more meaningful relationships with people. It's often said that people don't care about what you know until they know how it's all about that. It helps you in the process also uncover these objections or the questions, guys. The number one thing that you're looking for here in this process is take somebody to the next step. What is the next step? Well, we don't know what the next step is until we follow up and find out. And in this process of following up, you're going to hear the questions, right? You're going to hear questions, and you want them to ask questions, because what does that mean to you? It means that they're interested, right? And if they're interested, then what? That's where the magic really happens. So the goal here when you follow up is not necessarily to get a credit card, although I love it when somebody pulls it out and says, Visa. I don't even mind if they say MasterCard. It doesn't matter. Any one of those is fine. If you can take them to the sale at this point, awesome. But it is sometimes to take them to the next step. And a question means, I want to know more. I'm interested. And a question is really the perfect way to move somebody into a three-way call, right? And, I'd love the opportunity to train on that at some point for you guys. Really talk about the magic of the three-way call, because that is where so much happens. So a question or an objection is the perfect way to move them. Oh my gosh, I don't really know. All I know is I'm watching people drive brand new cars. I'm watching people change their lives. I'm watching massive wealth being created here. Hang on a second. Let's ask Annie. Hang on a second. Let's ask Cindy. Hang on a second. Let's ask so-and-so. Hang on. Move to a three-way call. So it uncovers the question. It uncovers the objection, which is really what we're looking for. If you guys can mute yourselves in the background, it's quite a bit of background noise going on there. That would be awesome. It's great, a lot better for the recording. So in this process of following up, you're going to move your prospect, you're going to move your friend, you're going to move this person that you have a relationship to the sale or to the next step. Sometimes the next step is bringing them to a live event, right? Sometimes the next step is just getting them to the three-way call. Sometimes the next step is getting them additional information because they want to know more, right? Maybe the next step is handling an objection. But you guys, this is where all the magic happens. It's in the follow-up, and it's about duplication. Here's a clue. From the very first time that you are talking to somebody that you're prospecting for the product or the business, you are teaching them how to do the business. So you have to duplicate properly. You're either going to duplicate wrong or you're going to duplicate right. And it is so magical and so simple when you do it the right way. We just tend to overcomplicate it and make it more and more, less effective and more complicated. So I want to talk about this because this is so powerful. I remember the first time I ever saw this. Which statistic are you? And these sales statistics are so powerful. Anytime I'm feeling like, I don't want to pick up the phone today, or, I've got a million things to do, picking up the phone right now, I just don't have time for that. I'll put that on the back burner, which, by the way, you guys, I am diligent about planning the day before the day begins. I have a big team. I'm very, very busy with my family. I have a lot of stuff going on. There's all kinds of things coming at me all day. I plan this in my calendar. When am I going to do my follow-up? Hang on, I'm getting some messages here that might be important. Okay, so hopefully you guys can still hear me. Annie, just nod because I can see you. Can you still hear me okay? Okay, perfectly. Perfect. A lot going on early in the morning here. I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. Sales statistics, guys, you've probably taken a minute and already read this while I was being slightly distracted there, but look at these statistics. And here's where all the magic happens is in the second part. So look, 48% of sales people never ever follow up with a prospect. 25% make a second contact and stop. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts and stop. 10% the salespeople make more than 3 contacts. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. Guys, that's low. If you're expecting for something magic to happen the first time you follow up with somebody, don't worry about it. Don't get all wrapped up in the outcome here. Don't get wrapped up in what's going to happen when you first call them. The first time you follow up with somebody, nothing may happen at all. It's just about moving them along in the process. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. 5% are made on the third contact. Okay, you guys, what percentage of sales do you want to be made in your business? Do you want only 2% of all this work to result in sales? Only 2% of all this work that you're doing to result in something that actually happens, a good outcome, a positive outcome, a sale, or someone in your business? Do you want only 5% of all your work to result in filling your bank account? What percentage do you want in your business? Personally, I want 80%. I want at least 80% of all the work that I do to result in the outcome I'm looking for. So if that's you, if that's what you want, look at these statistics. You've got to be that person that is willing to go to the 5th, to the 12th contact. Now that doesn't mean every time you call them, hey, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Doesn't mean that you hound them to death, but maybe the process is piquing the interest. Maybe the next follow-up is the next step is giving them some information, giving them some product to try, right? Maybe the next step is getting them on a 3-way call. Maybe the next step is following up on that, taking them to an event or having them meet some other people or getting them a video or giving them some more information. Maybe the next step is maybe they're not really that interested yet. Maybe it's dripping on them 2 weeks later. with just a picture and a text that says, oh my gosh, another one, another before and after result. Wow. Right? Maybe it's just pleasant persistence over a long period of time. Maybe the next time you talk to them, you say nothing about your products, your business, your strategies, anything about what you're doing. Maybe the next time you just grab a lunch with them and say nothing and wait for them to bring it up. And maybe this process goes on for a long time, 12 contacts. But wouldn't you rather have 80% of your efforts resulting in something that builds your business? I would say yes, you do. So continue the follow-up process. Let's move now quickly into end of month. So we've spent some time here talking about the follow-up. So the follow-up is not just in your personal business of recruiting people into your business and bringing on more customers to create that stability in your business, right? That month after month, year after year paycheck, right? So yes, that's what we're looking for. But the end of the month, right now, this is also all about follow-up. Not only is it about following up with your personal prospects, but following up with your team. So this is your end of the month checklist, right? This is a checklist that you should be looking at really all month long, and definitely on the 23rd. But here we are, the last day of the month. And so this is very, very important. So every month this changes a little bit, but right now we have massive list here. We have a big list of what you can do to drive your business through the end of the month. The rest of today, this is your checklist. So it's not only who does not have an active ADO, but plug your own name in there. You know, do I have an active ADO, right? We have an ADO tracker. Most of all of you are seasoned in our business. Most of all of you know what to do. Some of you here are brand new and you're looking at this going, I am totally confused. I don't know what to do here. Don't worry, because that's what the repetition and the practice in your business will bring you. It will bring you a big, huge team to be able to use these checklists at the end of the month on, okay? So who does not have an active auto ship? You've probably already looked at this. You probably already saw on the 23rd, we have that great report, our brand partner ADO tracker. Who is running for NLC? We're in the last day of helping anyone that we know become NLC qualified. So who do you know? Who is on your team running? Again, you know, you can look at the reports for this. Most of us know, you know, who is running. If you're running, we want to help you. We want to help you get there. Every single person that wants to be on that trip to Puerto Vallarta, we want to help you get there. Who has not ordered Use Factor? Guys, the pricing right now is crazy. If you haven't done the math, the pricing right now on the Use Factor promo is cheaper than it is or will be on an action pack moving forward. There's people on your team right now that have no idea even what Youth Factor is because maybe they've been asleep at the wheel for the last couple of months. Maybe they've taken some time off. Maybe they're, you know, just not plugging in like they were. This is your time to get excited, get enthusiastic. Make sure you let people know, get that Youth Factor. youthfactorpromo.com. If you don't have that written down, write it down now, youthfactorpromo.com. That's what you want people to go to and get to. Nothing replaces the tone of your voice that says, I care about you, I love you, I've taken the time to pick up the phone and tell you about these things. Okay, mere words are but devitalized sounds unless peppered with enthusiasm. So get excited. If you can't get someone on the phone, it's okay today to leave an urgent message. Hey, I don't know if you know it or not. I noticed in my back office you have not had a chance to get that Youth Factor promo. It is the best price you're ever going to get. youthfactorpromo.com. Grab some today. At the end of today, you will not have an opportunity to get these prices again. So you can send a text that says, hey, check your voicemail, urgent, okay? So you can double up on all of these. Who is running for the watch? Again, you can look at and see who has new starts in this month, in the month of May. Who has one new start? 2, you guys, you can get 2 brand partners today. I'm here to tell you, if you have 0, you can do this. I, every single month, run for every single promotion that this company has. I do not miss one, even until the last minute. I'm going all out to get this, guys. The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. Run for this. Even if you don't have it, you should be able to, whatever you do this month, whatever you do all the way up until the very last minute of this month is important. Even if you only get one new brand partner, guys, because that's one person that you can begin doing parties for, begin doing a game plan for, get a three-way call going, teach them how to do this business, get them to the events, get them signed up for our national convention, Amplify. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But one new brand partner does not fall short of your goal, because one can turn into 3 next month. 3 can turn into 9. 9 can turn into 27, and so on and so forth. Every single person counts. Who needs to add their tickets for the New York City trip drawing? Some of you don't even know that there's another trip on the table right now, guys. And it's easy. It's just by getting customers and brand partners. I'm going to go over that in just a second, because I'm learning that a lot of people don't even know that there's a trip to New York City. Oh my gosh, all expenses paid. I'll talk about that in a second. Who is not 3-year free qualified? Every single person on your team should not be paying for their monthly auto delivery, because that cost of doing business should go away. Guys, if I had a Subway sandwich franchise, I would have to spend $250,000 to buy that franchise, and I would have a huge monthly nut in my pool table business. It was $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a month to run that business. Our only cost of doing business is our monthly auto delivery order. Let's get rid of that cost of doing business. Nobody should be paying for that. Let's get our customers 3-year free qualified and our brand partners. Very important to get this done. You can run a report, your 3-year free tracker. These are the people that you want to be calling. This will help drive, number one, their business. Number one, put them first. How can you help them? That will absolutely drive your business and drive your volume all the way through the end of the month, okay? Who is close to the 1,001 in CVV, 25% on their customers. This is a big bump, excuse me, in commissions on your customers. We'll talk about that in a second as well. Check your own 3-year free credits and make sure that you max out your auto delivery for next month. So on the landing page of your back office, scroll to the bottom, see how many 3-year free credits or how many dollars you have for your own personal credits. This is a big one. Teach your team to do the same. If you have the maximum 270 points there, 270 in dollars there, you want to go and use all of that. It goes away after today. Teach your team to do the same, because this money in the ADO that you're spending on your next month's ADO and your entire team's ADO, all these free credits count toward your volume. And people are not maxing out and spending all this free credit you have to get product to use for yourself and to use to build your business. Guys, it's a big list. Take a picture, go to work on this list right away. The Epic promotion. All of us are part of the Epic team. This is your chance to win the trip to New York City. This contest went from March 12th to June 1st, actually today, at the end of today. May 31st, if you enroll a brand partner, you get a ticket. If you've enrolled 2 PCs, you get another ticket. This goes all the way back to March 12th, guys. A lot of you have not even taken advantage of getting your tickets in the drawing. You can enter multiple times to win, and you send 1 email per ticket. So this is it, guys. It's a big deal, and some of you could win this trip with just 1 ticket in this drawing, and I would love nothing more than to be on this when this is announced and we're yelling and screaming your name and throwing our pom-poms in the air and saying, you won! Guess who won? You guys, come on. Why not you? Okay? So get your tickets in the drawing. One other thing, I was talking about this, the CCB. So this is your customer commissionable volume for May. Closes on the last Wednesday of every month. Guess what, guys? That's today. Some months this would have closed a week ago or 4 or 5 days ago. This month we get a chance to run for this all the way till the end and to bump your commissions to 25%, guys. It's a lot of extra money on the table. So don't worry if you don't understand it. Just go get a bunch of customers, okay? And help your team do the same. Last but not least, oh, you guys, this is so important. We're in our last, oh my gosh, I don't even know, 50 some days to amplify, to get real. This is your time. The number one, and I'm saying this to every prospect I talk to, I'm saying this to every customer I talk to, I say this to every single brand partner I talk to, I say this every single day, all the time to everyone. Are you ready? The most important thing that you can do for your life in the year 2017 is to get registered and get there, get to amplify, get real. These dates, July 20th through the 22nd, are powerful dates in your year, this year, in order to change your life, to change the future of your family, to change the lives of the people who are coming into your business right now. And one of the greatest things for every brand partner that joins us today up until the very last day, very last minute of this month, are going to get a free ticket to come. Guys, get there. If you're not registered, your team is not registered. Register. Put this date on your calendar. Register. If you feel like you can't afford it, it's okay. We'll help you. There's time to be able to afford this. We can help you do it. Get as many people as you can. What is your number? Write it down. I just want to encourage you. What is your number? How many people are you going to bring to get real? It's, you guys, big, huge. I'm not going to go into the story. So many of you have heard me tell my story, but this blew up my business. This started my journey here, bringing as many people as I could. So you guys, I am just going to give you big, huge hugs. I'm going to get off this Zoom right now so that you can continue moving your month. Go through that list, run some reports, see who you can help. By helping others, you will create the magic in your business. Let's close today strong. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Annie. Thanks for having me on.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Aana. That was amazing. And you guys, let's just go make magic happen. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great close.
Thanks, Aana. Thanks, Annie. So much.
Annie, thanks,
Thank
Anna.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, Aana. Thank you, guys.